Hi, everybody. I think it's live. How is everybody? Liza Donnelly here, New Yorker cartoonist and writer. And I'm going to draw for you and talk to you about, actually, today we're going to talk about coming up with ideas, which is a difficult, one of the most difficult parts of being a cartoonist. Can you see me and hear me okay? I think, yeah. So there may be a little bit of an echo. I hope it's not for you, but I can hear it a little bit. So this is an idea book that I've had for years. I have several of them, a lot of them, and it has doodles, and you can't really see it on this camera, but you can see it on this camera, I think. Doodles, ideas, words, and it's all about jotting stuff down and just whatever comes to your head, random thoughts. Relax and let your brain think about things. So I'm going to take a pencil and I'll show you. So let your brain think. Listen to your brain think. Like just now, I was thinking about bicycles. So I would draw a bicycle. And maybe as I'm drawing the bicycle, I think about how badly I'm drawing this bicycle. That's the great thing. You can make stuff up with cartooning. And I also was thinking about politics. So Mitch McConnell is on my brain. I know what you're thinking. It's not a fun thing to have on your brain, but you know, it's concerning what's going on with him, having those freezing moments. And then also Supreme Court Justice Justice Thomas, is in the news again today. He's disclosed having taken private jets as a Supreme Court justice, which may or may not be ethical. And then one of the January 6th Proud Boy leaders was just sentenced to 17 years in prison. So stuff like that. Supreme Court justices. So you think I could just do a drawing of a, can you see what I'm doing? Of a justice. This is not Clarence Thomas, but that's how this goes. You know, you listen to your brain think. They have these huge robes. This guy's going to have a gavel because that's what justices have. Cartoonists are always looking for, you know, things to hold on to, like a gavel. The judge has a gavel. And then what I might do is here's a justice, and this is how you might come up with an idea. So he's standing there with a gavel, and what might he be gaveling? You don't want to make it a person because I'm not a violent person. I don't want to make him gaveling an animal or another person, but he could be gaveling, I don't know, a table full of dishes. It's just a way to think of an idea. Might lead to something else. That he doesn't want to do the dishes, so he's going to just gavel them all. That's how that goes. What else? So you also think I'm thinking about the time of the year. It is coming up on Labor Day, and people go to the beach. I know last week I drew about a beach, but you can never have enough beach cartoons. So this guy has a towel around his neck. He's coming or going to the beach. I don't know. And he's carrying. Now he's got a t-shirt on. He's carrying something. He's carrying a basket, or that could have been a boombox, but it turned out to be a basket. Sometimes you don't really know where your brain is going to take or where your hand is going to go. It sometimes has a mind of its own if you really, really relax. Anyway, he could be holding an umbrella. And meanwhile, I'm drawing somebody going to the beach with an umbrella. And if I were going to come up with an idea here, I might sit here for a few minutes and think about how there's a beach scene, but then there's this over here, Mitch McConnell, politics, beach scene, seagulls, whatever. And it's a mixture of stuff. Coffee, I was just thinking about coffee. You could do a coffee machine, like a Mr. Coffee doing something. That's not a Mr. Coffee. I don't know what that is. It's sort of a Mr. Coffee. I've done a lot of inanimate objects talking to each other, but they could be talking, the mug and the coffee machine could be talking about politics, talking about culture, talking about Taylor Swift, that you get the idea. So that's how ideas come about, is a lot of random stuff. But then you take these random things that come out of your brain or come out of the news, and you try to apply them to a situation or an idea. Situations can be like a doctor's office, but you don't have to do that. A living room, like I said, beaches, desert islands. That's a classic cartoon cliche. I don't necessarily want to do that kind of thing all the time. If you're stuck for ideas, that's sometimes what you do. So let's just draw. I'm going to take my brush because it's nice and big, and I'm looking to make sure you can see. I had this hankering to draw a big drawing today because I spend a lot of time thinking and doodling little things. Sometimes it's fun to just, so what is this guy? Who is this? What is this person doing? I have him sitting. My mind is thinking, like, how can I make this interesting for the viewer and what I want to draw as well. So his other leg would be coming over here, but I think I might want to put a cat on the other leg. Why not? So there's the leg. Cat's sitting on the leg. Sort of picture these things. Now you got to be careful with his or her expression. I don't know what's going to happen in this drawing yet, so I'm going to hold off on the expression. It doesn't have to have any idea to it. I'm going to give him a ponytail because he looks like he's a yoga guy. Not that you have to have a ponytail to do yoga. I don't really understand what's going on here. Could be a girl too. So I'm going to get another brush, bigger brush. See, bigger brush. So I'm trying to get the camera angles right so that you can see more stuff there. I may get rid of this camera altogether eventually, this one here. And should I put a little color on here? Now the problem is it's probably gonna bleed. So let's start with the area that I don't mind if it bleeds a little bit, which is his shirt. Oh gosh, that's bleeding a lot. And that's the thing with a brush. I used a brush, so the brush was holding a lot of black ink, and so the black lines are very potent, very full of pigment, and so they're bound to bleed. And what I should have brought over, which I didn't, I'm going to use this tissue. There's a tissue or a towel to blot things so that they don't bleed as much. Bleeding can be good. You can't see my face, can you? I'm going to blot his hair or her hair. I don't know. Is this a man or a woman, or does it really matter? It doesn't really matter, except for the pronouns. I need to know what pronoun to use for this person. How's everybody doing? How's your week going? We're getting close to Labor Day. So right now I'm mixing, you can't quite see. I'm mixing a skin color for a white person. But you know what? Maybe I'm going to make this a person of color. So I'm going to take a little bit of brown. Test it on my testing paper. It's still not right. It still looks like a white person. I'm going to add, just trying to get the right, that's my testing paper. The right tone. It's still too yellow now. Skin color is not as easy as you think, even depending on, even no matter who you're drawing, what type of skin color you are drawing. That's a better one. Okay, so this is more. And I've learned over the years that if I make an eye like that, a black dot for an eye, it's going to carry a lot of pigment, and so I have to be careful that it doesn't bleed. It's already bleeding a little bit. And again, this is just for demonstration. I would, if this were a finished piece, I would be more, a little more mindful of stuff. I'm going to make this person have red or orange. Looks like orange. I'm going away for the weekend. I'm going to go to the New Jersey Bay, which is a beautiful place to go if you've ever been. It's not like the beach. It's a bit quieter. It's not the beach scene, although the beach scene is fun too. These are watercolors. I have watercolors in tubes as well, but just for this broadcast, I use this palette here. It's a travel palette. Let's see, I'm looking at the computer to see what you're seeing. And then I'm going to add a little more blue. But now it's getting a little overworked, so I should stop. And this is a nice quality paper, but it's not watercolor paper. It's, or if it is, it's a very, it's not a watercolor paper that has a lot of absorption. I forget what it is, actually. I have some really great watercolor paper that really plays with the water, and it soaks it up, and then you can move it around, and it's really kind of fun. And now the cat. I didn't pat the cat down. I'll just have to take my chances here. I love accidents too. Accidents can be really great. Accidents in the idea, accidents in the drawing. And I realized just now the cat doesn't have a tail. His tail is hidden. Her tail is hidden. And let's give this person some sock color. That's very much like the orange. I thought it was different. And I didn't give the cat a mouth. Let me give it a tail now. Do something fun. I think I'm going to wait a second for that. If you have any questions, I don't know. We could probably try to answer questions at some point with this. For those of you who don't know me, I've been doing this for 40 plus years, cartoonist for the New Yorker and a writer for the New Yorker and other places. And I've done a lot of books, some children's books that I wrote and illustrated. And I love doing technology, as you can tell. I hope this worked. I'm waiting for this to dry so I can do his tail, and then I'll say goodbye. But if you want to ask me questions, you can subscribe to my Substack, Liza Donnelly at substack.com, lizadonnelly.substack.com, or just go to Substack and substack.com and put in Liza Donnelly, or it's called Seeing Things. My newsletter is called Seeing Things, and Seeing Things is a daily newsletter that I publish. This will be on there, and if you want to subscribe, there's a paid version and a free version, so you can get the newsletter free. But if you pay, then we can have a dialogue. We talk to each other. You can ask questions, and we have conversations. It's a really nice community started there. And I also have a Medium column, and I'm on the New Yorker, in the New Yorker. But I love doing cartoons. I love drawing. I love writing, and I love communicating with my audience. So, let me know what you think. Hope to see you soon, and thanks for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.